What's up, y'all? Listen, I just read Proverbs 11:3, and it says that the upright are guided by their integrity, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Who are you when no one else is around? Who are you when no one is watching? Are you the same person in public that you are in private? Do you treat your coworkers and the people in your community and your neighbors better than you treat your close family, your close friends, the people that really are in your life that know you better than everybody else? You know, one thing that we have to make sure is as Christians in our walk, that we're led by the Holy Spirit. And how do we do that? We make sure that our character is above reproach. We cannot have character that can be called and tested and judged. And I think that's what's causing a lot of hurt for us in our community overall, is because so many people live with people that were one place in the church and they was all happy-go-lucky and they was everything in the church. They was praising, screaming, and shouting. But when they got home, they was a totally different person. They was doing these totally different things. And we looking at that like, that's not something I want to be a part of. If that's what this is about, I don't want to do that. So we have to make sure that on our walk, our character is above reproach, that people can't look at us and say, hey, you know, he said he's X, Y, and Z, but when he out here in other places, he doing totally different things. You got to watch your witness. That's something I'm really working on now, especially getting older and growing. You have to be able to make sure that your witness is not affecting someone else's walk. So you got to make sure you have high character. You got to make sure that you're doing all the right things, or at least attempting to. I'm not calling you to be perfect, but you have to be on the right path to getting to that. And another thing that we have to understand is that life is full of changes. Time is filled with swift transition. Things happen all the time. But in order to maintain character, in order to maintain integrity, we have to be sure that we're leaning on the solid rock of Christ. There's an old song that used to says, on Christ, the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. When we decide to lean on ourselves, when we decide to put our flesh and allow our flesh to lead us, where we like, man, this is the decision I'm gonna make. I'm gonna react like this to you because you did something. I'm gonna decide to do this in this situation based on how we feel. We're living a life that's based on sinking sand. We're living a life that's following our own emotions when our heart is the most deceitful thing that we have, and that's a lot of times what we follow. But when we decide to be led by the Holy Spirit, we decide to be led by that. We decide to lean on that solid rock of Christ. And the solid rock of Christ is going to tell us in those situations where we're angry, how to lean on the Lord, how to love. In those situations that are confusing, how to get understanding, you know, how to have peace in the middle of a storm. Those things are how you sustain character. But I just want everybody to know we really got to lock in on being high character individuals, because we seeing in this season a lot of things are being exposed because people's characters aren't what they say they are, because they aren't led by the solid rock of Christ.